What is happening, people, and welcome back to Geekin on Tech. We're a little early today, and we have a special guest. I am your host, Didge, and with me, as always, is the homie Trayvon, Mr. Nerd with the Tech. How are you doing today?
Going good, off work, and having
That's
fun.
always that is always good, and that is definitely why we are early. And our guest today, Jamie. How are you today?
I'm doing well, Also didn't have to work today, so I was not up early, but was just like, living life, hanging out, bought some expensive ass food, man. These
Oh,
these soul food. I got a plate of soul food. It was chicken, garlic,
okay.
string beans, some yams, and then a side of mac and cheese. Guess how much it cost? It was extra side of mac and cheese. And all the sides were apparently premium. So just think about that. Think about that.
Mm.
Even though those are very standard everywhere else, but premium with this place.
40?
25.
It was $57.
Mm.
$57 with the tip.
Oh my god.
Mm.
That's
Did
what
you
I said.
is this on DoorDash? Or,
No,
oh,
I
you
went to
went
this
you went and
place.
got this.
Yes, I
Oh,
went and picked it up.
Oh
I went and
wow.
picked it up.
no, that
Was it
that's
worth it?
it
It's
don't
pretty
sound
good.
like it was.
It's pretty good.
Okay, okay.
Oh, okay.
50 though.
Mm.
That's like I only go to this place on rare occasion because of that. I
So
do
you've
not
been
go
there
there often.
before.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I've been there a few times. It's pretty good.
Is that what you pay around each time?
Uh
I feel like we
yeah.
like almost grilling you out. I'm just curious now.
Yeah, just about. Because
Okay,
I make several meals out of it. I
that's good
make
enough.
Okay.
because
Okay.
I'm like, I can't be paying this much, and it's also I got like a half a chicken
Oh, okay.
with
Okay.
yeah, I got a
Oh,
half a chicken with with the all the sides, and then the extra thing of mac and cheese, and it's like a pretty big container of mac and cheese. So I'll be eating off that for a good bit, but it still hurt.
we
It
got
still hurt.
DJV in the comments asking if you are talking about having money again, and letting the crowd know that we know that Jamie is rich.
No, I ate all the money today. It's gone.
Ah!
No more money.
Oh man, I get it. I get it.
Not like, holiday weekend. Not that
Yeah,
I'm celebrating, but I don't have to work. So, yeah,
that's
something,
enough of a celebration for me. You
something to
know, I
do.
I call the 4th of July weekend just an extended celebration of my birthday, so it's
There you
okay.
go.
I don't.
Yeah,
That's it.
my mom's birthday's on the 5th. So,
Oh yeah, see, extended celebration of her birthday. So it,
yeah.
we all here for different reasons. Black folks is really just a day off. That's really the thing that we like. So let's be honest.
Used to get snow crab legs from me. So
Oh, is
Mm,
is that what you went and got?
yeah, they had the freezer for tomorrow.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
mm.
See, my parents they always grill a day before, and I
Okay.
don't. Technically, that would be tomorrow, right? For some
Mhm.
reason, they were like, we're gonna grill on Friday, a day before, and it's like, well, that's not a day. That's 2 days before now.
Well, the day before the 4th?
No, they celebrate because my granddad's birthday is also the 5th. Granted, he passed.
Um,
They
Uh,
would celebrate
yeah, yeah,
like basically my birthday and his birthday
That's
all
yeah.
right.
together,
Got you. Yeah,
and so it would be a day before. And it's
yeah.
like, what are we doing now? But whatever.
Mhm.
Oh, let's talk. Tech is expensive. That's the name of the topic. Tech is way too expensive, and it,
Yep.
it didn't get any better, I guess.
No, sure didn't.
So I think since the last time Trayvon we were here, the Steam Machine price was officially unveiled,
Mm-hmm.
and that is I don't even have it in front of me anymore. I was
That's
so
over 1,000. Know
it
that.
is over 1,000.
Yep.
It is so the base Steam Machine without a controller, which
Without a
I
controller,
told you they were gonna tell you without a
which
controller.
is so.
I
I
told
can't
you
believe
they
that.
were going
I
to.
just. It's supposed to be a console. Like
I,
I
console has a
I guess it's
controller.
like you could just use your Xbox or PlayStation controller if
But
you
what if
already
you
got
don't have
one.
one? But what if you
Exactly.
don't?
so to Trayvon's point, they initially built this as a console, and
Right.
then
Yeah.
you could tell that they were kind of like, "Ooh, wait, hold up, we doing too much." So they started trying to talk about how it's a PC that's with a console like experience. And when I heard
See,
that, that's when I was like, "This ain't." this is not going to be under 1,000. This is not going to come with a controller because they want you to know that hey, this is a PC. Now, what were you about to say, JP?
Um, I almost feel like I don't know. I thought from the jump they were trying to do a PC with the console experience, basically like something a smaller form factor to
Mm-hmm.
try and get those people that don't necessarily want to make the jump to PC and have to like figure out all the parts and all of that, but still want a simplified experience. And so making a Steam Machine SKU without the controller, I can see their justification for it. Like, oh, like you're already a console player that has a controller. You don't need to
Mm-hmm.
buy another controller if you don't want one. Just buy the Steam Machine.
That is
Like, I can
fair.
see that, but it's also, to everybody's point, buying the machine without a controller is crazy.
I think
It's
I think it's like the problem with me, since I've been, messing with a Steam device a lot. Some of it's a lot of tweaking for certain games, and like it's not as simple as they make it sound. Like some
Yeah.
games, sure, like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, just play the lower end games. That's not what people are gonna do. They're gonna try
oh yeah, for
the
sure.
more specific, the bigger games. They're gonna try those, and then they're gonna run into issues. Those games will be freezing or whatever's gonna happen. Oh, you got to add this Proton experimental plug. No, nobody knows how to do all of that stuff. Like I just don't.
To
I
your
don't like.
point, though, you're on one of like the handhelds, and the
Yeah,
Steam Machine is supposedly, I forget, it was like four times,
six
six
times,
times
six
more
times
Six
power
powerful,
than
right?
times.
yeah, a
So
lot.
in theory, you wouldn't have to do as many
Hopefully,
like messing around with all the different controls. But even at a certain point, you're gonna have to, if you want to play like those really high end games, like if it's like Final Fantasy is on there, or like God of War, like I'm sure there's some tweaking that's probably gonna have to be done to get the best possible experience.
right.
Out the box, you it might still run, but it just might not run well.
And to that point, it doesn't sound like some of the first impressions are as high as I'm sure Valve wanted it to be.
Hmm.
Um, One of the first things I saw, it has single channel RAM, so it's already not great with that. Like usually you would want, it's already only 16 gigs, so usually you would want to have two 8 gig sticks. And I think there were some supply constraints, so they have a 1 8 gig or 1 16 gig stick instead of the two 8 gig ones. So
Hmm.
that hurts it a little bit. And then we've seen in some of the real world testing that it's not performing as well as I feel like they kind of tried to go in and saying,
Hmm.
where it's struggling to match that PS5 Pro type of output.
Yeah.
And granted, PlayStation has obviously raised their prices, but they're still cheaper than a Steam machine. So it's been a lot of rough start going with it. It also
Hmm.
is sold out.
Yeah.
So say what you want. Um, Gamers are love to complain, but don't really follow through. I feel like.
No, I feel like people really don't understand that speaking with your wallet is the only form of communication that these corporations truly understand.
Mm-hmm.
And they constantly just like fold whenever they see, oh, a new shiny toy. Like, I gotta get it. I gotta try it. Like,
Jamie, that sentence is probably going to come up multiple times today. I don't think I think we started talking about it. So I'm going to give the four SKUs for the Steam machine and their prices. 512 no controller, 1049. 512 with a controller, 1128. 2 terabytes, 1349. That is 2 terabyte without a controller. 2 terabyte with a controller, 1428.
How much RAM are in these again?
There are 16 gigs all across the board.
oh, that's another thing I wanted to ask because you were saying like it was a single channel. I don't know, single channel, double channel. Like, what's the advantages with the
So
double?
the single channel, and I gotta let me pull it up one more time because I always make the mistake. Um, but essentially, it's the one stick handling all of the memory processes versus two.
Hmm.
That's I guess that's the easiest way to put it. Where you don't have one unified like component handling everything. It can sort of split it up, and it's more efficient that way.
Mm.
And so I would imagine most consoles, and you can tell obviously Valve wanted to do it themselves, would make sure they want it to be the most efficient way possible. But
Yeah.
memory constraints, I saw a report where Valve was saying that they were trying to go in and negotiate memory prices, and companies were basically saying take it or leave it. So who knows how much wiggle room they had with it,
Yeah.
but it's also like, then maybe you should have delayed. Like,
I mean,
granted,
it's
it's
sold
sold out.
out.
So
Yeah.
at
So
the end of the day,
they made the right bet.
yeah, you know,
It's, I don't know. And the other thing that upsets me about this is, well, one, this is like a self-inflicted thing, just because the government's been trying to push AI businesses, and then like AI is like made everything exponentially more expensive. Um, and also, even if everything got resolved today, like we no longer have like any kind of memory issues or constraints, the prices are not going to drop.
No.
They're gonna be right where they are. So
that is very true. Prices typically don't go back down once they go up, so this is probably the new normal. Hence the title of this episode: tech is becoming even more of a luxury. Because outside of that, obviously, Xbox just talked about that they are increasing their prices again. The essentially they are cutting out the 2 terabyte model, and they're raising 2 terabyte model of the Series X, I should say. They're raising the 512 gigabyte models by $100 and the 1 terabyte models by $150. So essentially, the 1 terabyte becomes the price of what the 2 terabyte was.
yeah,
And you
And
have until August 1st, right?
I think so.
yeah, effective August 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So with
To
that,
buy at the
obviously,
current price, not the
yeah, buy at the
new.
Right.
current price.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
They're obviously trying to say like, hey, you can do buy now, pay later. There's interest-free financing. They uh I guess they increased like the stock of refurbished consoles that they had. They're trying to show that there are a lot of cheap ways that you can get an Xbox now. But to DJV's point, this is also the second price range for Xbox in the span of less than a year, which is
yeah,
crazy to me.
yeah.
So Xbox is in an interesting state, and we're gonna
Bad.
obviously get to Sony after this.
It's in a bad state.
Yeah, we're gonna obviously get to Sony and their mistakes after this, but essentially, on top of doing this, there are reports that Xbox is shuttering like third-party support for a lot of different studios. They're shuttering third-party support for Game Pass. Well, that's reportedly also. I shouldn't speak as if it's facts, but I want to talk about that because Jamie and I had a really interesting conversation in Discord about the effective, I guess, the value of Game Pass if they diminish third-party games.
Yeah.
So, Trayvon,
Yeah.
I'll ask you because you weren't a part of the conversation. How valuable is that to you if we're talking first-party Game Pass?
Dead.
Damn.
I think it's dead. I
Damn.
just don't think they have enough to. I just don't think you can do that. This just sounds wild and a crazy idea to me, because I feel like that's the most like that's the appealing thing about it. There's a lot of different games that aren't just coming from Microsoft that
Yeah.
are on there. So I feel like, and that gives, I guess, a lot of these developers somewhere to to put their game as well. Like, you take
Mm-hmm.
that away, where do you think they're gonna go? Do you think maybe they'll go to Steam? Maybe Steam come out with a streaming service? Like,
Oh,
can you
God.
imagine? They don't want Steam to try it. Like,
Counterpoint
No.
to that, though, Xbox owns a lot of studios. Granted, some are getting closed. We've heard
yeah,
we've heard
Yeah.
that.
Well, hopefully
Hope-
some are just getting released from
Yeah.
the control of Microsoft.
True. But they own a lot of stuff.
They
do.
do. But
Oh, go ahead.
so it's not that there will be no third party support. It's that they
Yeah.
are drastically
Reducing.
shrinking, the amount of third party support. So I think that a lot of the indie games that are on Game Pass, and they even in the indie circuit, they've been saying that like both Game Pass and PS Plus deals have been drying up. So I think there will be far fewer of those. But I think partners like Sega or Who else? Who's a big one?
Ubisoft.
Yeah, maybe
I know you want I know
Ubisoft.
you want Ubisoft to not be a partner anymore with it.
I don't. It's not like I want the downfall of Ubisoft. I'm just like, if because there was a discussion about cutting things out of Game Pass to make it cheaper.
Mhm.
I'm like, I would absolutely cut out Ubisoft,
Oh,
and
for
I would
sure.
be okay.
You could cut out Fortnite Crew if we're being honest.
You could, but I legitimately forget I have that a lot of the
I
time.
like.
Mm.
But
Do you disagree, Trayvon?
I don't like the Ubisoft ones. I mean, I've been like paying attention to it more. It is
Okay.
cool that you can just like it's all the apps that are on. Granted, you have to use Ubisoft Connect or whatever, but
Yeah.
it still lets you have access
To
to
those.
those
yeah,
games
yeah,
without I don't know. You gotta keep something in there. Like,
No, yeah,
I don't
you
know.
are
Like
100% right. You do have to keep something.
right,
yeah,
yeah. And I think they will continue to work with those like bigger third party partners, and it's just be the indie side that suffers, which is really sad because it's already tough to get funding on the indie side as it is. But yeah, I don't think Ubisoft has other concerns outside of Xbox that they need to be worried about. So I don't think they're thinking about the Game Pass deal of it all right now.
No, I don't think they are either. But I guess while we're talking Xbox on a positive ish note, Xbox is reportedly testing ways to digitize your game. So the idea, obviously, this is coming on the heels of Sony's big statement that 2028 is the end of physical games from them. And Xbox said that they're looking for a disc to digital program, which would essentially allow your physical library to become digital. You can still trade the games, you can still sell the games because the license will be tied to the disc, not necessarily your account. There is caveats to that though. It will not cover any games for the original Xbox or Xbox 360. It
naturally.
probably won't
What's the point?
support. Uh, it probably also will not support every Xbox One game either.
Okay,
So
really, what is the point?
it it seems like you also won't need to keep the disc in your Xbox to play that game, but I think they're coming on the heels of Sony's massive fuck up and being like, yeah, look, we're gonna be consumer friendly and hiding in the fine print that it's like kind of though, like not all the way.
Yeah, when you started talking at the beginning, I'm like, oh, so they're basically bringing backwards compatibility back because that was basically what that program was. Like, there are some games from my original Xbox and the Xbox 360 that I was able to,
Mhm.
like put into my, I think it was like Xbox One or something at the time, and get like a digital version of them essentially. I
Yeah,
think you do still have to use the disc, but it's like, it was a nice thing to have. To hear that you likely will not have, did they say you absolutely won't have, or it's likely not to have Xbox original and Xbox 360 games?
no, the Xbox and Xbox 360 ones, it will not. And it says
Okay.
it may not support every Xbox One game. So it's
Which
potential for
is
Xbox One
very
games.
perplexing because then it's like, what are we actually digitizing then? Like, what are we digitizing from the libraries? Is it just things moving forward? And even then, we're looking at a digital future for gaming. So everybody's going to have a digital copy of their game anyway. So what is this program doing, really?
That's why I said it feels like they're trying to just get internet brownie points. Like we've talked about that multiple times that Xbox, especially right now, feels like we're gonna say the right thing online just to get people happy,
Yes.
and then that's all. Like I don't know what the next step is yet. Like I'm still working on the next step.
See, I thought about making a video talking about my discontent with a lot of what's been going on with Xbox recently, like Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer leaving. I wasn't like upset because things had not been like great for a while with Xbox, and I understand
Yeah,
maybe a change needs to occur. But then they were blaming everything on Sarah, and I was like, "This is crazy. Phil's literally CEO. Okay, cool, whatever, I guess."
I mean
And they're
we know
like,
why she got
"Asha's
blamed.
here." We do, And then I'll just hear her say the day she's gonna rename things Xbox, capital X,
Take
Xbox,
out Copilot,
and
all that.
lower
Yeah.
the price to Game Pass to what it was before, I think,
Not even
or not even like
it's still higher, and that's that one. Oh, it was so perplexing to me.
it, it
It's
was
like put all the
very
shiny stuff up front. Look, guys, look,
yeah,
look, look.
it
And
was
then boom.
very. I don't want to say performative because things are still, I guess, playing out
Yeah.
live, but it just looked like I'm trying to do a little bit of crowd pleasing before I
Mm.
slaughter
Yeah.
the lamb in the back, basically.
Yeah.
So that's why I was waiting. I was waiting to hear more. I'm like, yes, this seems like a cool thing, but her interacting with especially the community on X so much and trying to appease to them, I'm like, that did not feel like a good thing to me. And yeah, I am still hoping that maybe something good can come out of this, but to just immediately out the gate, literally after Summer Game Fest and announcing all these different things are going on, to then be like, okay, well, now we're potentially shutting down some of the studios that we previously showcased, like recently showcased, is just absolutely
Yeah,
ridiculous. And I don't like how any of it's been playing out. It's crazy because I'm usually just mad at Xbox, but now I feel like I'm upset with almost all the publishers. So it's been very rough on the consumer side of things. Games have been good this year, but they're not rough on the consumer side. Rough on the industry side of things.
yeah.
Consumer side has been fine, but
So here's another interesting paragraph that's in this article about the digitizing games that goes back to your question of what are we doing. It says that you'll reportedly be able to stream a game via this program if it's compatible with Xbox Cloud Gaming and you're a Game Pass member. Can't you
Yeah.
already do that with your like? I'm even more confused because it's like,
So
can't
the
you
Xbox
already
Play,
do
you say
that?
Xbox Play Anywhere thing?
if you
So it
have
also has that. It'll also support Xbox Play Anywhere.
okay,
So that part's good.
yeah.
But it's like, okay, let's say I'm trying to digitize Black Myth Wukong and
Mhm.
for this and it's not available for cloud gaming.
Right.
Then it's like, okay, that's out.
Yeah, so there are a lot of titles that are not available for cloud gaming on
Yeah.
Xbox right now. Like not every title is Xbox Play Anywhere or has
Right.
like cloud streaming or anything like that. So I guess it's still following that same cadence. But yeah, I think they definitely should work on trying to improve that program too.
Yeah, I was gonna say now it just sounds like you're limiting even more what
Yeah.
games are you gonna be able to do this with. And
Yeah.
so then it begs the question, what are you really doing here, and why should someone care? Because like I said, I think to your point earlier, the games that people probably will most care about are their Xbox and Xbox 360 games.
Yeah, the games that have been inaccessible for quite some time.
Yeah,
And that's why that's
So
why they said it, to get people to think that way. Like,
of
oh look, they're
course. Oh
doing
yeah,
this for
yeah,
us.
I saw
Um
many of people excited.
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there was also, and I don't know if they're still like flirting with this idea, but there was a program at Microsoft to use like AI to help remaster some of these older games that people don't really have access to, so that way they can try and
Mm.
like give people access to something. But even with that, like I'm not the biggest fan of that because AI usage and like how it can distort the game and the intent, the artist intent, all of that. So I do think they are serious about trying to figure out some way to make these older games accessible to an extent. This whole like we're not messing with the original Xbox or 360 is crazy to me. Like maybe they're working on a separate program that they don't want to talk about that will touch those, but I feel like you would have said that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all giving mixed signals and it's very confusing. And yeah, I don't know. If I didn't already have an Xbox, it definitely wouldn't be calling me right now.
That's fair. I don't know. I there like you said, the industry is just crazy right now.
Yes.
There's I knew that this was going to kind of turn into like almost a rant podcast because there's not a lot of positive news in the past couple of weeks, so we might as well continue this rant. And
I do
let's
have
just
one positive thing.
wait, let's go to your positive first then, because I feel like the Sony thing is just going to devolve.
There was, and I think it was posted on the Discord, but like Nintendo did give everybody a pay raise for 10%.
Oh, the 10%. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That one, I didn't say anything about it because I was like, there was a touch of skepticism. Like, why might they be doing this? Were they underpaying people? And now they're like, let's
I
do that. I don't know.
I did see somebody. So I saw the tweet about it, and in the comments, granted, these could be Westerners. I don't know. Also, just typing and using auto translate for Japanese, but the thing was had to translate from Japanese. So I'm assuming there are people from the Japanese market, saying that's good because Nintendo always underpays their developers, and they were sort of saying just in general, Japan is like underpaying their tech.
Yeah.
So, like you said, there's a caveat to it. But
I was also curious: is this limited to just Japanese employees, or is it like company wide? I don't think they ever said. Yeah,
I'm assuming it was company wide. Like they said it at the investor call, and so I have to imagine you're talking company wide, like all of our developers.
Like that feels very strange.
How many?
Like that's good. The more raises, but it feels strange at the same time.
Not necessarily. Like
I worry about something else coming afterwards.
Ooh, wait, what do you worry about?
Raising the, I don't know, the raise the Switch 2 price. I don't know, something.
Oh, they're already doing
that. They're gonna.
That's happening in September.
Yeah, and it might get raised again. Like if
I bet you it will.
If the word about component pricing, that might happen again.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised, but I do know that I feel like in terms of right now, a lot of companies do see the value of trying to keep their people.
Yeah.
And so maybe Nintendo's on the forefront of that. Like, I don't want to immediately be like, oh yeah, this is for some nefarious reason.
Mm-hmm.
But
Same.
it could be.
It's sad.
It could be.
It's sad. I was like, yay, but
I do wonder, like, I'm assuming they haven't done any firing. You know, a lot of these companies are like, oh, we can use AI to replace people. And now, you know, it's not working out the way these companies like they think it should. And now they're trying to keep the people that they have. So those people don't get pissed off. They're like, so you fired all these other people. Now you got all this work on us.
Yeah.
Now, you know, now you raise the, like, that's interesting. I don't know. I wonder, because I don't remember hearing anything about them firing a lot of people or anything.
Yeah, Nintendo layoffs are usually pretty low key if they do happen.
So
I have an update on this.
No.
This happened, according to Kotaku, happened over 3 years ago, and that's what they were referencing.
Oh.
So they said it just now, just to put it in the ether
of
all everybody.
Yeah, you said at an investor meeting, like 3 years ago.
But that's how you do it. That's I'm sure you. I don't know if you guys have ever listened in on any of these investor calls.
No, absolutely not.
So I have before, and a lot of the times, you kind of got to take what these companies are saying with the grain of salt, because the idea is I'm trying to get more investors, or I'm trying to have our continued investors not sell. So
honestly, I felt like saying you're giving everybody a pay raise and like the corporate like stockholder world, that would have made the stockholders angry because they're like, oh, that's less money for me.
No, because the idea behind it is in an industry where everything is going to shit, we're still strong. We're strong enough that we can do this.
Okay.
And so, like I said, I've listened in on some before. I forgot what company it was. It was some company like my 401k had money in. But they were essentially talking about how they lost over $1 billion. Like it was crazy. Not because I was ready to call my advisor, like, bro, you got to get me out of this. But the way that they were trying to spin it was we had to spend all of this money in terms of like a cost cutting measure. And of course, trying to spend for cost cutting is going to be less on our balance sheet, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't care about any of that. Y'all lost almost $1 billion. I'm calling my advisor, but so I say that to say, I'm not surprised that they would reference something 3 years ago, because in the lay of the land right now, we look really strong. Yeah.
Damn.
It's crazy. It's very crazy.
That's nasty. That's pretty nasty.
I was searching it because I wanted to see if it was, and it does say all of their employees. So I'm assuming that does mean all employees company wide, whether they're in Japan, US, wherever.
Yeah.
So that again, that is still great, but it was also 3 years ago now.
Right. Yeah, that's misleading.
Mm.
And then the other thing about it, I do well now. Given the news, they didn't get the pay raise recently, but I was happy about that. And but the other thing that we've seen a few times in the past few years is that developers are not getting properly credited for their work in Nintendo games. So it's like even if you're working on like a prestigious Nintendo game, you might not get the credit. And then let's say a layoff happens or you just decide you don't want to work with Nintendo anymore for whatever reason. It's going to be very hard to be like, well, I worked on this during like X amount of years and you have no way to like really prove that you did work on it other than.
So are their names not in the like the credit to the?
It's like they credit I think for some games they credit like the entire team or like the company or something, but like not saying which individuals worked on what.
Yeah, shout out to Team A. How do I know you were really on Team A?
Right. Yeah.
That's trash.
Yeah. So that's something that I would like for them to
unionize.
There was
there is
I need to do that.
The Xbox was like.
In that same article from Kotaku where they were talking about that happened 3 years ago, there was confusion whether or not they're trying to skirt around talking about Nintendo unions.
They probably are. There's been a lot of union busting.
Yeah, that don't surprise me.
Wait, send me this article though.
Yeah, I'll send you. It's like I said, it was a Kotaku article. I'll put it in a private chat here. But let's talk the big story. This is the most unfortunate one. That's why I just put Sony. PlayStation has said 2028 is the death of physical media, at least the death of physical media from PlayStation, because they will be ending their production of disc-based, or I guess physical game disc. To that point, one of their biggest factories that they are using already to manufacture is being repurposed into a micro optics lab. So I know there's a big push and hoping that like, hey, we can get them to reverse this decision. It already sounds like they're full steam ahead with it because, like I said, it's now a micro optics lab.
I was watching a video earlier today where apparently, I don't know if I missed this or maybe I'm like misinterpreting what was being said, but the creator was saying that Sony had kind of alluded to something like this before. We're like, hey, we're gonna try and like push into digital, like do more digital things, and people push back, so like, no, like we still want to have disc, and Sony was like, oh, my bad. So they kept putting out disc. So I don't know how likely of a story that is. I feel like Sony would have just been like, oh, that's too bad you want disc.
I do believe that it was the case, because remember when I think it was the Xbox One came out.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing about it always had to be online and stuff like that. So even if you had a physical game, essentially you were still digital with a few extra steps. Yeah. And Sony made that big thing about like, hey, this is how you share your games. This is I could see them at the time being like, okay, we didn't think y'all were this gung ho about physical disc, and being like, we're gonna push back. But I think the writing has kind of been on the wall, and I'm gonna be honest, it is kind of consumers' fault with it, because what is it? 83% of PlayStation games, I think 90% of Xbox games were digital.
Yeah.
And it's like, y'all telling these studios, again, vote with your wallet, that we don't really care about physical games.
Go
ahead, because
I was gonna say, like, right before they announced this, then they announced about I'm looking at now, 551 movies they're deleting out of people's PlayStation movie library or whatever.
Yeah. So they did that, and then they're talking about shutting down the PS3 or PS Vita store if they're not already shut down.
No, those are shut down. That was all in the same announcement.
Yeah. So
wow,
great confidence.
So
they just said, "Boom, here you go."
So I will say,
this is what you have to look forward to.
One of the fears
y'all bought what was the game? What was it? GTA? They were like, y'all
Trayvon,
bought GTA, so boom.
Trayvon, that was next.
No diss.
I'm gonna be honest, that was next because when I'm talking about the fact that everybody was up in arms about it, I'm trying to verify the number. I saw somewhere that they said GTA sold, and apparently it is correct. So 15 to 22 million initial pre-orders.
Woo! Oh my
I thought I
god.
saw 39. I read somewhere.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
See, the and
Yeah,
there's a video
39
essay that said
million
follow.
pre-orders worldwide.
His
Yeah,
name is
Oh wow.
39 million.
oh my god. That's a lot.
So
That
so this article is probably outdated already.
Yeah, crazy.
I don't know if y'all watch Nikki Jakey. I know the name sounds kind of
No.
off-putting at first. He is not named.
No.
He just chose an interesting name. But Nikki Jakey has been preaching to people like, stop pre-ordering these games, stop giving companies your money before you even get a product, kind of thing. And in Rockstar's case, like, you know, I plan on playing GTA 6. Have I
Same.
pre-ordered it yet? No,
No.
I've seen no gameplay. I've seen basically no gameplay.
This is coming by way of Deuces, who is very much he won't admit it, but he is a GTA stan through and through.
Oh,
He
100%.
told me that Rockstar said,
I saw
"Oh
his
no,
video.
there was which one?" But he told me that Rockstar said that, "Oh no, there is gameplay in our last trailer." Now,
I mean,
this
sure.
could be co-produced
Somebody
from
walking
Deuces.
around.
Like, I do believe that there's like pieces of gameplay in the past couple things that we've seen, but because they're presented in a very cinematic fashion, I want to see what it looked like. I'm playing the game, I'm driving down the street, I decide, you know what, I'm robbing a bank. I want to see that perspective, because we've seen the whole smoke and mirrors for years and have been tricked by many games for years. So I need to see just a full on. It don't even have to be that long. That it was a kind of funny thing.
I think it's
DJV knows.
because
But I need to see, like, at least, like, give me just 10 minutes. 10 minutes of a mission. That's it.
I'm not worried about it. I'm like the game. I'm like, I feel like this game is gonna need a lot of power. And I think they're scared to admit that, like, fully. They were like, yeah, the PS Pro gonna play it great, but PS5, I play it
I
all
don't
right.
think it's coming to PS4, is it?
No, I said Pro.
PS5
Pro.
PS5 Pro. Okay.
Somebody PlayStation 4 turned into a living bomb.
I just really wondered if, like, anyway, the PS5 is gonna play it all right. PS5 Pro is what you really need. You know,
I feel like
worried about that.
I feel like it'll play fine on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro. I feel like those. Now, Xbox, I don't know. Like, the way that Rockstar has been, even it feels like with all their marketing, it really feels like they're like, yo, look, this is where you want to play it. This is where you're going to get the best of it. This is where we put all of our dollars in optimizing and making sure it works.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, hey, you know, good luck. Y'all might hear something later.
Yeah. It's, and, you know, I mentioned this, I think, once before, but it was like Xbox had an opportunity to make GTA an exclusive game when the first GTA was coming out, and they did not. They're like, no, this don't really look like, you know, the one for us. And to this day, I feel like Rockstar had a chip on their shoulder, like, all right, bet.
I want to know who was the person who led that decision to say no. And I hope that they're not working at Xbox, because I would personally be like, bro, even if I found out and I was like the head of Xbox years ago, like if I'm the head of Xbox now and I found out that you did this years ago and you still here, I'm gonna let you know, like, hey, this is your resignation papers. You out of here. I'm
like,
sorry.
thank you for your service. Goodbye.
DJ V, to answer your question, I heard it was 300 gigs.
I also heard that.
That's still that is wow.
So, well, you know, the reason they say that all of these games are doing this, right, is so the biggest component apparently with all of this are video files. You know, video files, I'm sure, Jamie, you would know, and like all of you guys know, we recorded video files, how large they can be.
Yeah.
There's a process to compress those and still keep it like the same quality, but they don't do that. And the reason doing it is if we have our game be 300 gigs, 400 gigs, hell, even
They can't
100,
play
200,
nothing else.
yes, you ain't got enough space to
Mm,
install anything else, and you're not gonna want to keep deleting it and reinstalling it.
mm.
Now,
So
that's a
okay,
conspiracy. I
yeah,
kind of believe it,
That
but
is kind of that do
that's probably
sound.
true. That's probably true. It's probably why I won't be playing it. But anyway,
Yeah.
but so
what you
Oh,
mean
wait,
you
wait,
won't be
wait, wait, wait,
playing it?
wait,
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 wait, wait, wait,
wait, wait,
rewind.
wait,
What you mean?
yeah, I'll be playing a lot of stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about the price of this game. I just think it's funny, and I think it's kind of uh sneaky the way they did it because I just feel like the game is the $100 one.
Oh, for sure.
That's just what it is. The $80 one is really. I just y'all playing in people's face. The game is $100. That's what it is.
There is an upgrade path that you can do.
Yeah, you
Mm.
can buy the 80
And then
and
what?
then do it later.
Yeah, you could do it later. That's personally the route I'm gonna go. If I do decide I want to upgrade, then I'll have the option to do it because I'm just like, I
I
I
don't like
really
they
don't be
locking
getting
stuff
the
behind it.
cosmetics like that anyway. Unless they really lock
It's
like,
not
oh, these are all
cosmetics.
the
It's
good
apparently
places.
missions.
Yeah,
Apparently, it's
there's
like
like extra
missions.
missions, which
Yeah, they're like missions behind it.
I hate to give credence to Deuces because he is a GTA stan. He made a very good point
Yeah,
that this is just like it is like a season pass for any other game.
yeah, yeah.
And in that vein, I understand.
Mhm.
It's the hey, you can play the entire game, but we have certain stuff that is locked behind this. GTA 6 isn't the first game to do this.
Okay,
No,
okay, hold on. Now, if this is it though, you pay that $100. Is that you get everything in the future? That it?
Well, to be fair, a lot of season
probably not.
passes aren't like that. That's why it's called a season pass. Because fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters, I'll tell you immediately. I had a season pass for that, and I got the first. I think it was like 5 or 6
Okay.
DLC characters.
Kakarot
Yeah,
keeps
like
doing
year
that too.
one.
Kakarot keeps
Yeah,
doing that too. They
and
just had
so
Daima. Yeah, they
mhm.
keep adding
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
That's okay. That's true.
So in
Yeah.
that vein, I can't understand. Like I said, I hate it when he said it. I was disgusted to agree, but he does make a very good point
Yeah.
that it is a season. Maybe it'll be a lifetime pass. I doubt it. They already have
I
GTA
highly
Plus.
doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure they're
The
going to lock more stuff
Well,
behind
online
that.
isn't coming until later too, so I feel like that's gonna be something.
yeah.
Online theoretically will probably be free again, and you're going to have
Hopefully.
to pay
Okay.
for. I'm I guess yeah, hoping. But ideally, you'll probably have to pay for like the shark cards and stuff like that, like you have to do at GTA Online currently.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I guess the interesting part about the missions part that I didn't really think about before, since online is separate, so it'll be I guess bonus missions within the campaign of GTA 6.
I wonder if it's stuff that's not tied to the campaign. Obviously, we don't know anything about the full campaign of like what the story is, but like maybe it's an extra heist where it's like, oh, okay, that is a something extra. It's not tied to the full on story.
Yeah. Like unless it's like the best mission in the game, I'm like I feel like I could do without.
Yeah,
Especially because like pretty much online, all I do is heist. So I'm not
yeah.
gonna be Jones and for any additional heist.
I know they were saying that like some of the customization, like the car customization, I think
Yeah.
like getting her hair done and stuff like that. Some of that is
Yeah.
going to be locked behind it. Ideally, I guess if those aren't the only places that you could do it, it's not as terrible.
I feel like it's like certain styles will be locked.
Which yes and no. It's like it sucks,
Yeah.
and it sucked when other games did it,
Yeah.
but I don't. Then I will less fully understand the big response, because then I can get behind the GTA fans who are like, "Yo, y'all didn't say this when X, Y, and Z did it."
I feel like me for the hairstyles, I don't like that those are locked because some of the hairstyles look like more ethnic, and it's like, what if they just have
Oh,
like,
okay, no, that's fair.
what if they just have like the European look for the standard, and then like, oh, if you want an ethnic look, you gotta give a little bit more money. That would be insane.
That's crazy.
I hope that's not the case, but that's why, like, for specifically hairstyles, I'm like, I wish that they didn't put those behind the paywall, like the tattoos and all other stuff. I'm like, that's
Mhm.
okay. I could I I
Yeah,
could do without. Yeah.
that's fair. I think it's one of those things where I'll know more once I see the full scope. Like
That's the
every there's
thing.
a lot of information where people are like, oh yeah, it said this, it said that, and it's like
Hmm.
I didn't fully see it. I want to know straight from Rockstar. Okay, what is it
Yeah.
that you can and you cannot do?
Right.
What is this $20 worth?
Yeah.
So let's go back to the PlayStation thing, and obviously there was a big response to them saying that they're stopping physical disc. I want to hear from you guys. Well, Jamie, we'll start with you. How do you feel? Like we've talked here and there,
Yeah.
but how do you feel?
It's not something that I wanted to hear or that I'm happy about. It is something that I was expecting, and I feel like a lot of people were expecting. I didn't necessarily think it was coming so soon, but at the same time, as you were saying earlier, we've all been paying with our wallets, and we've all been buying like mainly digital, if not 100% digital games for a long time. So it's not surprising that they would be like, oh, okay, well, we're not gonna spend the money to produce the cases and very few discs at this point. Right?
I
Print
mean,
out the piece of paper with the code on it, put it in the box. I gonna spend the time to do that anymore. You could just download it off the store.
No more
Um,
manual in a while.
we
yeah.
ain't had
Yeah.
manuals in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I used to love reading the manual in the car on the ride
Yeah,
home.
we ain't had those in so
That
long.
was a kid thing. Literally, that was a kid thing for me. I
Yeah.
haven't had that in forever. But yeah, it's sad. It's not something I wanted to not something I would witness so soon. I do understand the frustration, but I guess not to this big magnitude as if it was like blindsiding people. Like everybody talks amongst themselves. It was like, yeah, I didn't really buy digital or I didn't really buy physical for a long time, but this isn't cool. Like you should. I definitely agree. There should still be another option, especially for people that are in areas where the internet is not great. So like
Hmm.
checking to like connect with the server to make sure you have the license. Like that's gonna interrupt your like gameplay time,
Or
and
even,
also people. Oh yeah,
I'll say even initial download,
yeah,
terrible.
even with the
Hmm.
initial download. And some people just like being able to collect the well,
Yeah.
actually for a long time it's been the cases of the games, and just have that as an option. I don't know if this means that's been my big question is does this mean that they are still going to produce the cases and they're just going to have codes in them, because that has been kind of the norm for a good while, not for every single game but for many games that has been the norm for a good while. Or are there just going to be like no cases on the shelves at all? And the PlayStation blog where they were talking about this change, they're like, you'll still be able to buy games at, like with our retail partners and XYZ. So I guess you still can go to like Target and Walmart, at least for this foreseeable future, to buy games. But I don't know if that just means they're going to be able to sell digital codes to you now, or like I don't know what that means if they still have the cases. So sad, confused.
It's gonna be a cardboard with a pull tab on it, got the code on it.
That's what it is at Target
Oh.
already. I remember. Well, I haven't been to Target in forever, but I remember.
Like a gift card.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember
Yeah.
specifically they had an entire section. It might have been Xbox though,
Yeah,
where it was
Xbox got one
nothing
of
but like you said the pull tab. It looked like gift cards.
them. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so it's sad news. I'm with everybody. This is, the end of an era. So I wonder if physical sales will go up within the next couple of years, just because people are like, oh, I gotta get it now before it's just completely gone, or at least on the PlayStation side of things will be gone. Yeah, I'm curious what the response will be there.
I I agree. I do think that it sucks. I saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
Um, some of the feedback is interesting to me. I do think some of it is played up for the internet. I
Mhm.
think some of these people who are very gung ho and very upset are just going to fall in line at the end of the day, like we've
Yeah,
seen it with GTA 6, like we saw with the
everything.
Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw it with everything. Um, I do think they will have to open up their walled garden of the PlayStation Store because the EU is coming. And
Mm-hmm.
even prior to this, I saw reports that the EU was like, wait, why can't people buy stuff in your store at other places, essentially?
Yeah.
You know, so I think that that's coming. And I think they were kind of like, well, fine, if this is what the world is going to force me to do, why am I spending the money then?
Yeah.
And that does suck. It's not ideal, but to your point, I've bought very few physical games. Now, I do buy them like if I can get it on sale, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
that sucks,
Yeah, and
but
that's one of the ways that a lot of people buy their games is through like these physical, like being having a sale at Target or Walmart or wherever you
mhm.
buy your games physically, at a discount. That's how a lot of people will
Yeah,
play some of these games now. So it,
especially like some of the older ones.
yeah, yeah. So it's potentially, like taking that option away from people, and giving PlayStation even more power to control the prices of things. And
Yeah.
I am Animal, I believe her username is, made a good point that, like, if you're funneling everybody into the PlayStation Store and that's the only place that you can buy it, they can decide what the price is, and they've already been doing dynamic testing that
Yeah, for sure.
we've seen earlier in the year. So it's
But I think
just
to
it's
that
not a
point,
great look. Yeah,
I was gonna say to that point, I think that's why the EU is coming.
yeah,
They were already looking at it, and now, you know, they're smart enough to realize like, oh, what you're doing is just only exacerbating this.
hmm,
Hold up, we need to talk about this. But Trayvon, I know you are a very big advocate of digital, the convenience of digital. The idea of I don't have to go switch out games. So
Absolutely.
how do you feel about this news?
I don't like it because I feel like it keeps them having competition with the prices,
Okay.
even in digital. Um, I like because if you see that same game that's I don't know 38 on the disc,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it might be close to that in digital because they know that it can't. So for more than that, I don't know. I just felt like there's still that just takes a bear. Like as soon as they do that, they get rid of physical. They have nothing to like.
Oh yeah,
There's
for
nothing to
sure.
compare it to. There's nothing to you can't be like, look, why is the price over here you can't do that
hmm,
anymore. So it's like I don't know. That's the only thing I like about it. Do I buy physical myself? Rarely.
What's
Very
the last physical game you bought?
well.
did you
Time
get Hogwarts
Stranger.
Legacy
Oh, you
physical?
got Time
No,
Stranger? No,
I
I
got
didn't get
Time
it.
Stranger physical. No, I didn't get. No, Hogwarts Legacy.
Uh,
I bought digital twice. So I don't think that's helping.
Double
Double
down on
down.
it.
so
Super
um,
digital.
once on PlayStation, then I bought it again on Steam, but it was still like $15 on Steam or whatever at the time, or
Mm-mm.
$12, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Like I just feel like that just loses the competition. I feel like, and also if PlayStation does this, everybody else is gonna do it too.
Xbox already said that the Helix is gonna not have a disk drive.
Yeah.
AJ,
They
can you
said don't be
elaborate
too
on this?
surprised.
This is interesting because essentially you could use a firm and Klarna on physical media too.
You can,
Trust me, I've used a firm at Best Buy many times.
Mhm.
yeah, you can, yeah, you can definitely use that stuff for.
So I
I want it on PC. Okay, you can do all the mods on PC
no,
for
I got
Legacy. It's
I
I'm
cool.
just
Like
surprised you didn't get it like I don't know if you do collector's editions, but I would have thought you would have done like at least like a deluxe like physical
I
thing,
don't
just
think their
because like
collector's
the first
edition.
Harry Potter game, like the big Harry Potter
I
game,
don't think
see
their collector's edition was that good. Let me
when
look
that
at it.
game when it
they
ended the
stopped making them
game,
good.
like it's nothing. Like there's no
Mm,
new game. There's nothing. There's no new game plus. Like it's just
Yeah.
they're
yeah.
just like yeah, you could just roam. You can still fight the trolls again. Like I was like no, like
Uh,
it just ended. Like it didn't. When the mods
see,
came, I was like okay, cool. People are very creative with the mods.
yeah.
That's why I really don't know what they're gonna do for Hogwarts Legacy 2.
Also,
But
in the interest of being transparent, I also double digital Hogwarts Legacy. I ain't gonna let Trayvon be out there by himself.
See,
I ain't gonna let
that's
Trayvon be.
crazy.
I
You
also
threw
double
him out there, watched him get hit by the bus, and then was like, "Oh yeah, I did that. My bad."
I think let me see. I think about Digimon Town Stranger. That's
I don't think
um
they had a collector's edition, by the way.
yeah.
Oh,
And
dang.
I bought Breath of the Wild. Woot is really what gets me to buy these games with their sales. To be honest, could those are just physical. So I was like, oh well, and I'll be like, I'll bite the bullet. Cause oh, the game's $38 or
Yeah.
Oh no,
35
they,
or. So that's when I'll jump and do it. So I was like, okay, fine,
Okay.
yeah. I would rather not have to move, but right now I have one physical game that's in my PlayStation, and that's Time Stranger, and I don't plan on changing it for a very long time. Everything else I
mm,
have is digital. So Wolverine is definitely digital, obviously. So
I
it's just
have
like,
to.
you know,
I
so
have to. My I have a few physical games. So like Star Wars Outlaws, I have physical. So that was in my PlayStation for a while.
Yeah.
hmm,
But I also have Black Myth Wukong physical.
hmm.
So that is now the current game that's in my PlayStation
Mm,
physical,
there you
and that'll
go.
probably be there for a while.
I started thinking about it because I got Persona 5 Royal. I got the Steelbook for it, which came with the
Oh,
disc. And
okay.
now I'm like, damn, am I never gonna get another Steelbook of a game again?
That. Right. Unless
That's
they put a code in it, I don't know. That's
Which
put
what
that's so
see,
wild to
here's my
me.
other thing, and
didn't
I
they
was
do that for
saying
Ghost
this.
of Yote?
Ghost of Yote's physical release came later, so I have it
I thought
digitally.
it came the same day.
No, I
That's
wish.
another thing they be playing. They be testing the waters with that too. They were like,
Yeah.
let's see who gonna buy it with just digital.
I
Tried it.
mean,
It's
Yeah, I
working.
hate it. I
It's
hate
working.
it. Yeah, because I did buy it digitally. I'm like, damn, okay.
I for sure bought it digitally.
um, what was I gonna say? Oh
You
yeah,
talk about
so
Persona.
yeah, yeah, I was gonna say, okay, two things. First thing, the physical discs that I am using right now are Metaphor, actually, which is funny because I did have to change the disc because I had to go to disc two for Metaphor.
Mm.
So
Mm,
double duty on Metaphor. And then PlayStation, I think it's the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero that
I still need to play that.
I have not touched that. I need
I
to
need to still play.
play.
Let me see. I need to find
Those
that.
were my last two physical purchases, I believe. And I do plan on getting I guess the box with the code for GTA 6. I was hoping to get a disc. Honestly, I was hoping to get a map because that's like been a
Hmm.
tradition with Rockstar, but I don't even know if that's gonna happen now. So that was one thing. The other thing I was gonna say in regards to the boxes and like steel books, I'm like, if we're not going to provide the disc, but we're still gonna make the box, have a disc slot in it for some reason, which I don't even know why they're still doing that. I'm like, let's do something different. Let's innovate. Like you can put like, even though putting manuals in is not innovative at all. It's like going back to what we were doing before, but we haven't had it in so long, and like it'll be something different. But I don't know, just do something different. Like why are we just wasting
Thing
plastic?
that costs money. We're not
It
in it to suffer cost more money. The whole reason we're eliminating this is so we don't have to cost, so we don't have to
but
pay
why
this
are we
money.
doing the case for a piece of paper? Just give me the piece of paper. Like I
Well,
don't know.
what if all that goes away? Like they just
That's I. It
nothing.
literally could. It literally
I
could. I
feel
have
like
no
it.
idea.
I'm
Imagine
gonna be
those
honest.
sections in the stores.
I feel
Imagine.
like it will. I truly do think the only thing that would be in stores are the collector's editions, and
Mm.
even
I
that's
guess
not going
it'll
to come with
be.
a disc. Like it's
It's
going to
just the
be,
system, the controllers, the accessories,
yeah,
maybe those like the little gift cards that you see. But
Yeah.
yeah, no game display cases anymore.
yeah. I feel like that's what it's going to be. Like I'd be very shocked
Yeah.
if they continued. Like they may do it for the first year or so, but eventually those are going to go away too because somebody's going to be
Yeah.
like, well, why are we doing this? This still costs money that we don't need to
Still got to
have to
ship
pay.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And let me see. AJ was saying it's easier to get the Apple Wallet, Google Pay, online payments easier, and you don't have to leave your home.
well, that's a thing in online shopping. You know, you
Yeah.
can say that for a lot of things. That online shopping made it easier.
And then he was saying people pre-order GTA is not even physical. That's crazy. Yeah. See, I was telling. Listen. I was
Listen. I
thinking about
pre-ordered
the
Wolverine
Geeky.
Deluxe. I ain't gonna lie, I did it.
Oh, I did not. I did
I did it
not. Not
immediately. I
yet.
did it.
I'll wait
Sorry.
till like a week before and then I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I'm just like, why would I commit to y'all having my money right now?
I'm
And I
never
gotta
So
playing
wait
that
for months.
game
some stores
either. Yeah.
do be like, all right, yeah, you pre-ordered it, but we ain't gonna take the money out yet.
Oh, they took it.
Yeah, yeah.
PlayStation took it.
Oh, did
Well,
they? Okay. Well, never
well.
mind. Never mind.
PlayStation took
I
it.
tried to throw the ball.
They said thank you.
Yeah, yeah, they took it.
Oh man, that's funny.
That's
Um,
very funny.
I forget where else I was gonna go with this, but
Oh, while you're thinking of that, I'll admit another thing that I guess I just never thought about it until this news came.
I know,
yeah.
AJ.
I didn't think that Sony was the one producing every game's disc.
Okay. I thought of the thing I was trying to think of.
Like
That was actually the thing I was thinking of.
okay, yeah. When the first 5 minutes or so when I saw it, I was like, oh, that sucks. Dang, ain't no Sony game gonna have it. Then
Yeah.
I started seeing everybody's reaction. I'm like, oh, they do everybody's game. Okay, I thought that whoever is publishing the game is the one in charge of making sure that it has a physical or non-physical release.
Right.
So that was interesting to me.
See, the other thing is, and I don't know if this is true, I have not fact checked this at all, but it's like, Sony makes the Blu-rays. So what if they just like decide, oh, we're just not doing Blu-rays.
So
in general?
they're not the sole people who do Blu-ray. The Blu-ray consortium is like, I want to say like 5 or 6 companies.
Okay.
I saw a lot of people talking about that too, but like it's not just Sony. Now they might be the biggest, but it's Sony, Panasonic, Philips, Pioneer, and again the Blu-ray Disc Association. I don't know who's all a part of that.
Okay. I'm also curious, like, what percentage of Blu-rays created go towards like games or movies, or do they put music on Blu-rays? I don't know.
I doubt it. I feel
So
like
would it just be games and movies then?
Yeah, because most computers don't have a disk drive to have like disk-based software.
And it's like Sony is the biggest console platform, I think. At least one of the biggest. Very, very significant amount of discs are created for the PlayStation. So if they're reclaiming that share, what are they gonna do with that? Nothing. Like
I also cannot.
something.
I cannot find an answer to that. How many percentage of Blu-rays are actually going towards games?
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be a significant amount because the industry is so big. But that was another thing that Kind of Funny was talking about on their Tuesday stream, Wednesday stream, something like that. They were saying that a lot of these investors like put money into gaming, like Saudi Arabia and what's the other one? Tencent, NetEase. Because it's like, oh, it's a lot of money to be made. But really, the games that are making the most money is like Fortnite, Call of Duty, like those kinds of things. Like all the other games are not making nearly as much. And so after they make that realization, but they've already committed to these investments, is kind of another part of why things are falling apart here a little bit, is because they're just trying to make it more money in any ways that they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I did have that thought in my head.
Okay. I think we beat the dead horse on this one. It's very unfortunate that physical media, like we knew it was dying, but now we have a data death essentially. I mean, I think to your point,
I am curious because like limited run, or actually, I think it was limited run. I know for sure I am 8-bit, and there's another like publisher of these games that don't get like a physical release or like will help re-release games. I wonder how this affects those companies, because they said they were just like continue to stay like true to their mission and continue to try and re-release things, but it kind of seemed like it wasn't an optimistic note that I saw,
which is it goes back to me being surprised that this all had to go through the console maker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand, and maybe there's something with like the rights or something. I don't know. I'm obviously not on that side, but what's stopping a Square Enix or a Sega being like, okay, we saw what Sony said, and that does suck, but in the interest of our consumers, we still want to make sure that these are physical releases, and going to a different like manufacturer of the Blu-ray disc and being like, we're going to still do this. Like that's the thing I don't understand.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see. But it's
Yeah,
at the same time, given this news, we know that the PS6 likely will not have a disk drive.
for
And
sure.
I actually was reminded that like the PS5 Pro doesn't have a disk drive, which I was actually, oh my god, yeah.
Well, it does and it doesn't.
That's like the attachable one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's physically. I think it's slightly bigger, but I have the PS5 Slim, and I can take off my disk drive if I wanted to. Granted, I don't obviously, but
yeah,
it is a thing that's still there. So
yeah, but it's like, given that, why would Square or like Sega or anybody be like, yeah, I want to make a disc for the biggest platform that does not have a disc drive?
well, I was speaking for the end of the PlayStation 5 era, but
Oh,
2028.
Yeah, I think that's still, yeah.
2028, that's probably the end of the PlayStation 5 era.
Yeah.
So that's fair.
Yep.
I guess. Do you guys have any other topics that you guys wanted to hit? Like I said, I think it's been a lot of pain. Tech is very expensive. We didn't even get to the fact Apple raised their prices. Probably going to end up raising theirs again. I saw that I think it might have been in that same Apple release where they were saying that prices have doubled since last year, essentially on components, specifically RAM and storage, and it's probably going to double again by 2027. AI is not doing anybody.
There was I forget who filed the lawsuit, but it was a lawsuit against like Micron and like the other like
yes, against
RAM producers,
Samsung, Micron, and SK.
Yeah.
About fixing RAM prices, which it's great, but lawsuits take a long time, so it's not going to be an immediate relief.
Yeah, and the kind of funny people are also saying that, or was it kind of funny? I can't remember. I've watched so many different videos about so many different topics this week, but someone was saying that lawsuits are also, they end up like not really doing much, and so people just like think of it as the price of doing business.
Oh, so, yeah, that's the other, because a lot of times, you pay it. It's usually a fee.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, okay, you got fined because you did X, Y, and Z, and like you said, yeah, it's the price of doing business. We'll go back to right after that, going back right to the practices.
Yeah.
So it's bleak.
Yeah.
Play the games you got. Be smart about what games you are going to pick up at what price.
Check out some indie games.
Yeah. But
before backlogs. So
yes, we all got backlogs, everything. But before we get out of here, was there anything that you guys wanted to talk about that we may have missed?
So just the gaming world is in crazy right now.
It is.
It sure is.
And it's not like it was obviously this is a holiday week, so there wasn't a lot of tech news or anything.
Right.
Let me see. Scroll back. Did y'all want to talk about the Steam Machine Red Line of Death thing?
Oh, yes. We didn't get a chance to talk about that fully. We sort of acknowledged that it was the thing.
Yeah.
So let me pull up the article so that way I have it fully.
Oh, that and just general shout out to Stop Killing Games. If y'all don't know, y'all should read up on that, because especially now that like we do have a day on like where this digital future is potentially going to start, so y'all should read up on that.
So, to Jamie's point about the Steam Red Line of Death, the Steam Machine has been available just about a week. I'm surprised. I didn't know anybody had it enough to have like issues with this already. So it must be a test user, where essentially their GPU failed. And that's what that red line is about, the GPU failing. And it's probably not great. Like,
what game were they playing? I didn't even look that up. Okay, look
Tetris.
that
No,
up.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
5 minutes of No
kidding.
Man's Sky,
Mm,
and then
not great.
it said that
See, newer games. See, they were.
I don't think No Man's Sky. No, No
Wait,
Man's
which
Sky
one was that?
is.
That was released a while ago, but they have been keeping they continue to update it.
Yeah,
Oh,
say No Man's Sky is 10 years old, but I don't know what their
oh,
most recent update is. But yeah, so the user was saying that got 5 minutes of No Man's Sky in, and then I guess the machine said, "Hey, we have an update available," and upon that update, it bricked itself.
Mm. Oh. The
And
update was for the game or the system?
it sounds he says the update the machine had, so I'm assuming it's for the system.
Oh, okay.
that's
So obviously, this is just the one user on Reddit right now. We can clearly see he did post a picture of his Steam machine, so you can clearly see that it truly does have the red light. And on Steam's support page for it, it does say that the red light indicates a GPU failure. So it's kind of crazy. It brings back memories and nightmares of the Xbox Red Ring of Death.
Yeah. It kind of made me think like,
put
why
that
would they
on there.
add that? Yeah. But I
Mm.
think that it's like a LED light, so it could just be all kinds of things
Yeah,
anyways.
so the LED on that support page, there are multiple colors. So like obviously, no color for the LED is it's off.
Oh, good.
White,
Oh,
white and solid is it's in standby. It can also though it can like be flashing. That's it's
mhm,
booting up. Blue and solid is it's on. It's all good.
mm.
Blue progressing left to right is that it's downloading. If it's blinking white, I don't know why it says white and blinking is the BIOS recovery, but red solid means it could be overheating or the GPU. Red solid or red blinking in the fourth quadrant. I guess there are quadrants to this. So
Mm.
the most right blinking is that it can't detect the memory.
Oh,
Uh, and the one that he has in the picture, where it's half blink, like half of the thing is blinking red,
okay.
and that detects a GPU failure, and
Mm.
that's what he has.
That's
Okay. That was
So
quite the laundry list of
yeah, so they
different
acknowledge.
things that could be wrong with your machine.
I don't like how they have it in quadrants because the way that you read it, unless you're looking at the picture, it like they keep saying like, oh, red blinking, red solid. And it's like
Yeah.
no, certain parts have to be blinking and solid.
Hmm.
To DJ V's point, the update was definitely the Grim Reaper. Like I'm coming for your
Yeah,
system.
that's crazy. It wasn't even the game. It was just like whatever system update
Hmm.
just tanked it.
So not ideal, especially
no.
when you're just primarily having review units out.
Yeah.
Like not great, but hopefully whatever in that update bricked Fam's unit, they'll fix and I ideally get him a unit out. Like I
So does that
remember,
mean like his Steam machine just does not work anymore?
yeah, because you need the GPU to play anything. Like he would have to. Granted, I guess it's user upgradable, but he would have to buy a new GPU, and you shouldn't have to do that for $1,000 machine.
No,
Yeah.
Not a weekend.
No. Yeah.
that
Wow.
sucks.
Yeah. Mm.
So
See, and this is like it could be viewed as a preview into the future of Xbox and potentially PlayStation, as everybody's venturing into uncharted territory. Steam with
yeah,
like this like kind of hybrid PC console. Xbox is going hybrid PC console. I think PlayStation could potentially go that way as well. If not, I can't remember what I was reading, but I do feel like they're trying to do something different. Maybe possibly bringing back a mobile SKU into the mix.
yeah, that's what the
Um,
rumors are.
so yeah, I don't know.
Gaming is bleak, y'all. Play what you
It
got,
is.
and get the enjoyment you can because they pricing us out of everything.
Yeah, I'm like, I wish there was like another way to support these developers, because even like from a developer's side of things, it's just like, oh no, we still want you to like buy and play our games. We
Yeah.
can't control the price or anything. So it's like, I don't know. It's just a very, very sad situation all the way around.
It's the same thing I say about movies. Once these finance dweebs got in charge of making decisions, everything went to hell.
Yeah, yeah. And the crazy thing for PlayStation is like people are very hopeful for. I think it's like Herman Holst
Yeah, I think
is
that's his
the
name.
new head, because he was the head of, I believe, Bungie previously. So he's supposed to be like gaming guy, like knows about games, knows like what the gamers are looking for, things like that. But so far, so far things have not been too great.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So yeah,
That sucks.
this is a
But
new era across the board for all the consoles. They all got new heads, so
yeah, it's and we'll see what happens.
we will.
But as we get out of here, Trayvon, where can the people find you and what you got that you would like them to support?
You can find me on this show on Fridays, and that's it.
Hmm. No social media shout outs?
Yeah, if you want
Or with
to,
the tech
Dang.
reviews.
if y'all want to.
Oh,
Oh, JV, where can the people find you and what do you want them to support?
y'all can find me at swiper underscore prime on Twitch and YouTube. On my, I guess, non watchy socials, not on YouTube or Twitch. Y'all can find me at swiper underscore art. Um, yeah, I just be posting a lot of stuff. We just getting into Majora's Mask. I've really been enjoying that. I kind of don't know how I'm gonna go about beating this game. But I'm gonna continue to learn, continue to explore, see how things go. Twitch, we're getting very close to beating Metaphor Fantasio. It has been like a year and a half run. I'm very excited to be like close to the end. I'm it's been so many ups and downs. I'm at the point now where I'm like I'm enjoying the game, but I'm also like racing to the finish a little bit. So I'll be playing more of that later in the evening. And then I also have a video essay slash, I don't know if I want to commit to like interview channel, but I feel like just like commentary on games channel.
I get
Uh,
you.
Swiper underscore champ blue, where I need to edit my summer game fest vlog still. I need to do that. I also want to talk about, I've had literally, I think it's been since 2022, like late 2022, I started talking about like the digital future of gaming or writing about it. So I have a trillion links from many different things that have just happened throughout the years. Rosewood. Oh my gosh, that's not true. It's not true. Listen, don't be complaining now because if Persona 6 is longer, we're gonna be in it for a long time. So don't be complaining now. You don't
That's
know
fair.
how long that playthrough is gonna be. Y'all don't know. Um, but yeah, there's been a lot to discuss game industry wise. A lot of bad, but also some good. There's been like good games that have come out. Spoke with some developers that were excited about their games, which is always great. Um, so yeah, we just gotta stay aware of these things and remember to vote with your wallet.
Definitely vote with your wallet. Indeed. Thank you for joining us. We are happy to have you whenever you would like to join us again. Wanted to make sure to let you know that.
Yeah,
But
I thought this week would be a good week to do it.
this was a fun week to do it. Well, fun to talk, not so much
Yeah.
topics wise. Um, but you can find me at DigD across all platforms. On Twitch, we made our triumphant return to Black Myth Wukong, and I got what about one or two more streams in me before I head out to DreamCon, and I think at
Mm.
least one of those days will be another playthrough of Wukong.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. You going right to the sun.
Oh my god, trust me, I've been thinking about it a lot. Oh,
Oh man, pray for Didge.
I've been thinking about it a lot. But outside of that, obviously the Geek Set podcast is on Sundays. We do have some stuff coming up. We just released our trailer for our Beyblade League. There's some gameplay footage from Jamie and I on there, so go over there. There's a wealth of stuff to see.
Yeah.
But until next time, people. Oh, DJ V, you wasn't there. That's right. I had a 3 hour. I almost ended this before. It was I think 3.5 hours worth of Wukong.
He's back.
So I don't want to hear nothing from you. You weren't there for it. But with that, we are out, people. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.